Hi guys, welcome back. Something is different. I can't tell you what it is. Anyone? I have new hair. I have finally decided to do something different with my hair. I've honestly not done anything to it for over 2 years, and I bit the bullet and decided to do something a little bit fun. So I've had this rather bright blonde section put in at the front. The rest of it is my natural hair colour, which I've actually come to really like. I'm all here for it. It's very sort of Cruella de Vil. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a full face of new makeup. Some of this makeup is new and some of it is just new to me. The fun thing about this video, however, is that I did not pay full price for a single one of these items. They're not all from TKMAXX. I'm just going to stop you there. These are items that I have either got discount, offers, or even completely for free. I wanted to do this because there are so many ways that you guys can save money or get free items if you kind of know what to look for. If you want to see me put some makeup on my face and tell you guys how to save some dollar, then keep on watching. Wipe. Zoom you guys in. Hello. By the way guys, it is literally so hot in London right now. It's unbelievable. I tried to film the other day and I had to stop because it was just so hot, and I'm just hoping the makeup stays on my face. First item I'm gonna go in with is a primer. This is a little sample of the Charlotte Tilbury Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus Beauty Glow Primer. Love that. I literally live off of samples, if I'm completely honest. I hate spending money on a product and then it not living up to what I wanted. So I always kind of use samples first before I make any big purchase. I have already done all of my skincare, my SPF and everything. So I want to keep the skin fairly lightweight because it is so warm. Like this. Promising. So obviously, because this is a sample, I didn't pay for it. If you want to try something out, always get a sample first. There's nothing worse than spending your hard-earned money on like a high-end or luxury product and it just not living up to what you want. Okay, I mean, it's nice. I don't think it's like mind-blowing. It did the job. For our base today, I'm going to be using this, which is the new L'Oreal Skin Paradise Tinted Water Cream. I have been really liking this. I got this about 2 weeks ago in Superdrug and I think it's around £10. However, if you are a Superdrug beauty card holder, they do sometimes little offers on specific items. So I actually got £2.50 off of this, so it worked out about, I think it's about £8 in total. So saved a little bit of money there. I've been really liking this. I got this in the shade Light 01. The shades were a little bit hard to navigate, I'm not gonna lie, and I do find that they do come out quite deep. So they say to go up a shade if you want to look tanned, but honestly I think if you go with your normal shade, by the time it's oxidized, you'll probably have the effect that you want. I am going out later, so it's probably just going to end up on the inside of a mask. And I'm kind of focusing it on the areas that I actually need a little bit of coverage, which is like my cheeks. And then I'm going to go in with concealer afterwards. I've been really enjoying this. I think L'Oreal is probably one of the best brands at the drugstore in terms of like the quality of their products. They do really good mascaras. I like the Lash Paradise and the Bambi Eyes. And then they also do this, which is great, but also their Fallible Fresh Wear foundation, which is actually probably one of my favorite foundations of all time. It's such a good foundation. Yeah, I won't lie, I'm not really seeing so many benefits of that primer. I've definitely got glowier primer. So I got my hair done yesterday and I did that thing where I woke up this morning and forgot, and then caught myself in the mirror and was like, oh Jesus. So I think I'm gonna have to just be careful with my makeup around here. I don't want to like dye my baby hairs orange. Now I'm gonna go in with concealer. This is a new concealer to me. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer. I really wanted this for a long time, but the shade that I wanted was out of stock. I got the shade G11. I got this on obviously the Glossier website. They've got this really good referral scheme. If somebody uses your link, you get £10 worth of credit for Glossier, and they also get 10% off their first order. So I had somebody use my link, and so I had £10 credit, which means that I bought this, and I also bought a couple of eyebrow products and received £10 off my order, which was so great. I absolutely love this concealer. I completely understand the hype. It's very creamy and dewy, and it's not like a matte concealer at all, but that's what I like about it. I don't like super matte under eyes. I think it really ages me. So something like this is just ideal to kind of lighten up any darkness and give a little bit of coverage without it looking super heavy. And I really like how it looks with this tinted moisturiser as well. So I'm going to go in with a little bit of powder. Now, I don't like powdering my face. I have dry skin. I don't like how powder looks on my skin. That being said, I have a new powder and I actually really like it. The Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder, and this is the glow version. She has her like iconic setting powder that everybody knows and loves. I've never tried it. However, this is the glow version, so it's got a slight little shimmer in it. When it first came out, I heard so many mixed reviews and a lot of people were complaining that it was just too sort of sparkly to set their face with. I find that by going in with a really light hand, outer perimeters on my face, I really like it. Here's the best thing, I got this for free. A couple of the products today are from a goodie bag that I received as part of the John Lewis Beauty Weekend. John Lewis every few months does a beauty event where you can book into a masterclass with, for example, Charlotte Tilbury, NARS, and you get a £15 off voucher for the brand that you're going to, plus a goodie bag. So obviously because of COVID, they've had to do it as a virtual event. So for £25, I got to watch an online masterclass with Charlotte Tilbury, and then I got a goodie bag and £15 off Charlotte Tilbury. Bargain. I'm going to tell you all the other items that I got in the goodie bag as well, but this was one of them and it was full size. So for £25, it already covered the cost of just this powder. And then I'm just going to rub it into the lid and just dust this literally around the outside of my face. I did go a little bit ham with it yesterday, and yeah, I can see how a lot of people would not enjoy the amount of shimmer that is in this, but for me, I really like it. Obviously you can't like bake with this powder, but I never do that anyway. For bronzer today, I'm going to go in with my Becca, Chloe and Malika palette. This is a palette that I picked up at TKMAXX and I mentioned it in my last video. If you want to see this and a load of other stuff that I managed to find in TKMAXX, I'll link that video up here. And I'm just going to buff this at the back of my cheekbones, and I feel like I need to pull my hair back so I don't end up with like orange hair. And I do find that by laying down that Laura Mercier powder first, my bronzer does go on really nicely. I honestly really did not want to put makeup on this week. This heat just makes me want to like sit naked with nothing on my face, but it's hot. We were not prepared for this. There was no like gradual build up to this heat. It went from rainy, grey, cloudy to then like bam, 34 degrees. But since our plans to Spain got cancelled, you know, just gonna have to do. I'm gonna take some of that across my nose just to make me look cute. I think that's all I'm going to do now for the face. I'm going to come back to it once we've finished the eye area. So I'm going to zoom you guys even closer. Just comb these bad boys up. For brows today, we're going to go in with two new purchases, and these are from Glossier. I caved. I got the Brow Flick and also the Boy Brow. I'm not going to lie guys, the Brow Flick has disappointed me somewhat. When I got it through in the post, I tried it on my hand, and when I tell you that literally like nothing was coming out of my brow flick. So I contacted customer services, sent them a little video of it, and they very kindly sent me a new one because obviously it was not coming out at all. And so I was expecting when the new one came to then be like, oh my god, yes, this is like everything that I needed in a brow product. I don't know, I was just so disappointed with it, and I'm so sad because I wanted to love it. I don't know whether I'm using it wrong or whether I just got like another dud, but for me to be able to like achieve any pigment, I have to press quite hard, which then defeats the object of me achieving like thin little hair strokes. I have found it getting better since I started storing it with the tip facing down, which they say not to do, but that's literally the only way that I managed to get any pigment out of it. It does work, it just isn't giving me what I need. I have this like little gap here, which I'm just going to start filling in a bit. So I get like 3 or 4 strokes out of it, and then it kind of just stops. And then I have to like shake it again or like put the lid back on or whatever. So I'm just going in like little strokes here. But I actually got the Boy Brow and the Brow Flick as a set, which then obviously saves you some money. And then that was also part of my order with the concealer, which I then got £10 off of. So I think I got the Brow Flick, the Boy Brow and the concealer for £30, I think. If you've not actually tried anything from Glossier and you haven't made an order, what I'll do is I'll leave my link in the description box down below. It will get you 10% off your order. It'll also then give me a little bit of credit so that I can keep getting products to review for you guys. And then after that, you'll have your own link which you can share with your friends, and then you can get credit from them. So we all help each other out, you know? Now we're going to go over the top with the Glossier Boy Brow. Nice, brows are on. Okay, I'm just going to prime my eyes with just a little bit of the Morphe eyelid primer. This isn't amazing, but it's literally the only one that I have. So if anyone can recommend me a good eye primer, then let me know. For eyes, we're going to be using my new e.l.f. palette. This is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. This was originally, I think, £15. However, e.l.f., they were doing 25% off your first order via their new app. So I actually got this for £10, which was a really nice little saving of £5, and honestly I'm obsessed. So I think what I'm going to do today is something a little bit more neutral because I have a bold lip. So I'm first going to take actually the bronzer from the Chloe Malika palette, and I'm going to lay this down as kind of just like an all over shade just to give me a little bit of definition in the crease. I really like doing this because it just kind of ties everything in together with the face. I wonder if you guys can hear my little Muji diffuser behind me. Probably should turn that off. And then I'm just going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to buff that even more around the edges just so that there's no harsh lines. I'm going to dip into the shade Parasise, which is like a really stunning kind of gold, pinky, sparkly shade. And I'm going to tap this all over. It also has like almost like a kind of greeny gold shift. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera. Honestly, like e.l.f. are putting out some really, really great products at the moment. I honestly do think that shimmers just perform so much better when you use your finger. I think that they just have so much more payoff. So I'm now going to take a little detailed brush like this, and I'm going to be going in with the shade Cacao, which is the deep brown here, and using this as kind of like a soft liner from the outer corner, sketch like a tiny little wing. And I just drag that across. And this is a really great idea if you aren't super confident with like liquid eyeliner. You can kind of get the shape with eyeshadow, which is a lot more easier to sort of like move around. Okay, so both the eyes are done. This is the Estee Lauder Sumptuous Knockout Mascara. I honestly never get high-end or luxury mascaras. I think that drugstore kills the game when it comes to mascaras. But this also came in my John Lewis Goodybag, so I'm not going to turn down a bougie-ass mascara. I actually don't mind it. As far as like expensive mascaras go, this one is quite nice. I do notice that it transfers a tiny little bit, but I honestly think that it is because it is just so hot in London at the moment, and I feel like on a normal day it wouldn't transfer. I think it's just because I'm kind of continuously sweating, and it does not transfer anywhere near as bad as the NARS Climax mascara, which is a mascara that I got in my goodie bag last year, and let me just say, for me, the only good thing about the mascara was the packaging and the name. I'm just taking a little bit of the shade Canvas and I'm popping this in the inner corner. I'm going to zoom you guys out and we'll finish our face. This is the infamous NARS Orgasm blusher. This is a full size that came in my John Lewis goodie bag, which I could not believe because the cost of this blusher alone made up the £25 ticket price of the whole event. This is actually a new product for me. I've never used it. I have a couple of shades that I think are dupes or copies of it, but I've never had like the OG NARS Orgasm. I've used this like a couple of times since I got it. I'm low-key obsessed with it. I kind of understand the hype. It is just like such a flattering blush, and the gold in it I just think is so beautiful, especially like in summer. I'm just gonna add in my moles using the Lottie London Freckle Tint. For lips, I have a couple of new lip items. I got the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip liner with my £15 off voucher for Charlotte Tilbury. I wanted Iconic Nude. They did not have it in stock, so I went to a John Lewis to see if I could maybe have a look at some of the other colours, or maybe get like a sample sheet of the lipsticks to see what sort of shade I would like. And the John Lewis that I went to had nothing at all. I get it, with COVID they can't have people like swatching makeup products, but in my opinion, like, if you know that, then wouldn't you have some samples that people can like open and try or something? I don't know. I got the Pillow Talk lip liner because it's kind of like her cult famous product, and from what I'd read it was going to be a very versatile like nude, and I'm not loving the colour. Don't hate me if you're a Pillow Talk fanatic. I think for me it's too pink. I'm gonna try it out and give it another go. Maybe it was just the lighting, but it just looks very pink, which I wasn't really after. So the combination I'm going to go in with today are these two. The Morphe Lip Liner in the shade Studded. This is like a brick red that I picked up to match the lipstick. If you guys don't know, any Morphe store or online will accept Morphe codes. Do not be afraid to give them a code at the till and it will get you 10% off. I used the code Belle Jordan. I think it worked out at like £4 or something. These are honestly such good lip pencils, so well priced, and the quality is, I'm not gonna lie, it's on par with this bad boy. It's honestly that warm that this lip liner is almost like melting on contact with my lips. The lipstick that I'm going to go in with is this one by MAC. This is part of the Powder Kiss formula, and this is the shade Devoted to Chilli. It's the most stunning like brick red shade, which I don't have in my collection, and I actually got this completely for free. If you don't know, MAC has a recycling scheme where you can trade in 6 empty MAC components and get a free lipstick. I swear to you, half of my lipstick collection are free from MAC because I'm always trading in empty MAC components. If you have some items that you've either used up or you're just not using up, take them into a MAC store. You need 6 at the same time and you get to pick a free lipstick. I went with Devoted to Chilli. Oh, I like this with my hair. Take down my new hair. Okay guys, so that was my full face of discounted makeup. I really like how this look turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and maybe got a few little tips on how you guys can also save some money on some really nice products. We saved money on the e.l.f. We've saved money on the Glossier. I hope that you guys have an awesome week. Stay hydrated, wear your SPF. Do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. As always, it's that little button that you just have to press down there and it helps me out so much. Thank you. And I will see you guys on my next video. Bye. Infallible. Oh no. Infallible.